Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker. Prior to taking up this wonderful opportunity to be a Member of Parliament, I, like many of us, was a keen student of politics. Now, I've observed for many years now those opposite unfairly and maliciously attempting to paint the coalition as in some way being uncommitted to the extremely important area of education. This is evident in today's spurious accusation articulated by the member for Sydney in her matter of public importance. So today I'm delighted to have been given this opportunity to do my bit to speak about my personal passion for education and the passion of the Morrison Government for continuing to deliver exceptional outcomes in education for all Australians. So let me start by sharing what was my first action when I was elected as a new MP earlier this year. The very first action that I undertook as an MP earlier this year was to attend the wonderful St Andrew's Grammar Primary School in the suburb of Dianella within my electorate of Stirling. There I attended the commemoration assembly regarding the Battle of Crete, in which Australian soldiers also fought. Apart from the wonderful dancing display that the children put on, it also gave me an opportunity to see firsthand the wonderful progress that that school has made. Now, I've since met twice with school principal Craig Monaghan and leader of the Hellenic community which is associated with the school, Savas Papa Savas, to hear from them directly on the future vision of the school. Now, that future vision is best able to be delivered under the sponsorship of this Morrison Government. Why? Because it is this government which is investing more than ever in the education of Australians of all ages. It is this government which is in providing education funding increases for school children of $7 billion over just the next 5 years. This is evidence that this government is putting funding commitment against the priority that we have to continue improving education outcomes. And it is why those children at St Andrews have the best chance of their vision being realised under the Morrison Government. Another of the schools that I've visited recently in my electorate of Stirling is the Westborough Primary School. Here, Principal John Worth showed me some of the wonderful projects that have been delivered there at the school already. This includes a series of planter pots where the kids can get their hands dirty, muck in and plant fruit and vegetables, then watch them grow. And that's associated with a storage shed which allows for the storage of the tools and equipment that those kids need to get stuck in and see that wonderful education in growing fruit and veg for themselves. Now, the principal also showed me the future vision for his school, and that included a shaded eating area for the kids who currently have to cram in on a very narrow balcony, avoiding the teachers who try and cut a path through them at the busy school lunch hour. And it also includes upgrades to the flagpole, where they proudly display the Australian and Western Australian flags, and will now be able to in future display the Aboriginal flag as well. And they use that flag station for school assemblies and commemorative days, including Anzac Day. They're very proud, but they want to enhance those facilities in line with the local community expectations. And again, it is under the Morrison Government that this school has the best chance of realising that vision. And I'm working closely with also that school and many others on helping achieve their vision for future of their children. So let's consider some of the other facts in education. Let's consider the very early education of childcare. Here in childcare, we're moving in terms of investment from funding of $8 billion in 2018-19 to $9.9 billion in 2021-22. That's an increase over a period of 4 years of $1.9 billion. Now, in terms of childcare, around 75% will pay no more than $50 per day in daycare centres. And the new childcare package represents the most significant reforms to early education in 40 years. I could go on, Mr Speaker. I'll leave that for some of my colleagues. Suffice it to say that this government and me personally We are committed to education and continuing to best outcomes for all Australians.